experience, I think it's much more friendly. So here we are outside our Easy Hub, and one other small feature that we've added, which is, well, there you go, movement. Use mouse wheel, up mouse to increase the speed. So we can control our movement speed with the mouse wheel, which, you know, in a PC FPS game, normally WASD, you're either running or you're not running. So this sort of allows us to control our speed. So if we're in a social situation, we don't want to be running around, say, inside a bar. But when we want to get somewhere fast, like get to the bar, yes, we may want to run. And you also notice the hint system that came in. So the hint system is something else we've added to 3.0 to make the experience much more friendly for new players. We're hoping there'll be quite a few new people in 3.0. And here, so we're in Levski. We obviously saw this last year, but what we didn't see last year is AI moving around, doing things, in that case, sitting down. I think if we look, yep, he's checking his mobi-glass. Maybe there's a maintenance guy doing some work somewhere. I guess not now. That's the nature of AI running around. There's about 200 AI running around Levski at the moment. And it's the beginning of subsumption. Subsumption AI is what we're using in Squadron 42, and we will be using in the PU. It's very much a Sims-type AI, so people have schedules. They go to sleep, they get up in the morning, they go to work, they go get lunch, et cetera, et cetera. All right, so let's go down. I guess if we follow him, we'll see he'll probably... maybe he's going to use the... No, he's going to check it out. He's going to get his little thing out, and he's going to do some work on it. There you go. All right, let's go down to Cafe Musan. So in 3.0, there is sort of basic AI moving around, doing things, shopkeepers, bartender, mission givers, but it's just the beginning of what we're putting on, and it's going to be much more fluid and more sophisticated as we go down. Again, we use the user interaction mode for everyone. Here we're in Delamar. As you can see, there's a fairly big amount of change in the sort of space landscape. This is actually how Delamar is meant to be. It's a very large asteroid in a big asteroid field. So we have some pretty large asteroids up there. There's a couple that are 20 plus kilometers inside. And here we are at the sort of the main market section, which we walked through last year. And if you haven't noticed on the sort of lighting and volumetric fog, so we've switched to volumetric fog, which we also had a little piece on ETV. Makes the lighting much better, so the sort of sense of the shops are available throughout the Grand Parter. And one of the nice things, so with 3.0, like between this and last year, we filled out all the shops in Levski and added some stuff in other places like Port Olisar. So for instance, there's shops for ship items and weapons. But let's go and find Miles Eckhart. So besides clothing shops, armor shops, personal weapon shops, there's shops for ship items, and in the next release 3.1 we will have ships that you can buy as well, and that will be the full amount, the trifecta. Right. All right. Well, we're gonna switch to Glenn's partner to find Miles, because Miles seems to be missing for us.
Glenn, are you down here?
There he is.
Hey, Glenn.
All right. Let's talk to Miles. Get our mission.
Glad you could make it. Grab a seat. From time to time, jobs find their way to me that aren't orthodox requests. That's a better way to say that, but let's just say they aren't the kind of ops you can give to just anyone. They require a very specific type of person. Now, mutual friends have told me that you might be one of those precious few who are capable of completing a contract without question. If I'm wrong, we can leave it at that. Enjoy a drink, my spectacular spectacular company for a few minutes, and we'll part ways with the understanding that this meeting never happened. If I'm right, I might just have a gig that I could use you for.
So again, the player interaction mode's used for this again. So we can either be interested or not, but we're interested, obviously. Otherwise,
To give you some backstory here, one of the many services Eckhart Security provides is as independent investigators. Sometimes that means extracting black box data, pulling data pads from wrecks, or even looking for missing persons. Different day, different job. That's what my dad always said. Sending you the details.
All right, so he's going to send us details. Let's check out what the mission is. Retrieve black box. So his mission: a government witness has been transported across the system to testify in the trial of a major syndicate boss. When the transport was shot down, the lawyers want to prove that they were targeted by syndicate assassins, so they're paying good money to retrieve the black box, which recorded the crime. Unfortunately, it's highly likely that if the syndicate did organize the hit, they'll be sending some people to retrieve the black box to wipe the data, so you'll have to hurry. All right, it's a pretty hefty contract, so it's probably pretty risky. It's also, this is actually an example of a opposition mission where
let me know when it's
another
done.
Group going for it. Yeah, whatever you want to call it, your Sunday best. But he's looking quite dapper there.
And clear.
Can you still read me?
Yep.
So now you'll notice the voice is filtered because it's over comms in the helmets.
You're welcome.
I wanted to do it.
So here we're outside. You see all that little AI wandering around here. What's happening? So let's go out. The garages are to the right. We can see Melissa's actually getting into one of the rovers. But let's just take a look. So we're outside in this massive asteroid field, which is really quite great. So we've done a fair amount on the space landscaping in 3.0. So one other thing, Glenn, do you want to pull up your... We've done it, and Glenn's died. And then he has to respawn and come all the way down, which makes it a bit slower. But rest assured, if he let it off longer, then he would have asphyxiated.
Yeah, I just nearly had a total recall moment. You all strapped in?
Yep. Let me just give John a call.
Looking good. For a dude.
Thanks.
Full screen for the call, maybe. Okay, so as you can see on our Moby Glass, the communications that we showed, no, the other way, the other view, thank you. So we're calling.
We do. For Eckhart. That guy is so lazy.
Eckhart. This should be interesting then.
Yep. We're at Levski. Are you nearby?
Yeah, I'm just pulling into Levski now. I'll meet you at the landing pad.
In fact, we can pull up
Great.
where
We'll
he
see you
is
then.
in the constellation pool, maybe. Too late, but pull him up. So anyway, we can video. We showed the
John's ready for us.
We showed the
Let's go.
secondary viewport and render detection stuff. So that's an example of it. We opened up a comm channel to another player flying in his constellation over Delmar and talk to him face to face, which is the reason why we were doing a lot of this secondary viewport stuff, to have video comms between players in different ships, different locations, as well as the holographic stuff that we showed. So let's go meet John. And as you can see, Delamar's had a lot of work. The team in Germany, the environment team's really been working hard on it. It also uses all the most recent technology improvements we've done for the planetary tech. So in any one of these views, there'll be about 100,000 interest objects, so small rocks, big rocks, whatever. You call them stalagmites going up? I can never remember. I think it is stalagmites going up. But, you know, obviously if we were on something that was a little less arid, you know, it would be different kinds of ecosystems, where say you have forests or
Nearly hit a rock.
grass plains or mountains or hills or oceans. But here we go.
My driving is impeccable.
There we go. All right, and here we're coming. Here comes John in the Constellation. And it's not just a constellation, it's actually a Constellation Aquila. Oh. John needs to, yeah. John, I think you need to line up a bit better. There you go.
Easy does it.
That's a baby boy.
Alright, let me out here.
Maybe switch to, there you go. So here's John lowering the cargo bay for us.
Alright, Glenn. Nice and easy.
Looking good.
Really good.
First try.
Not
Yeah,
bad at
parking these things is quite the challenge.
A little too far forward? You might be.
all. Just a tiny bit.
You want John's view picture-in-picture, don't you, Paul?
That's good.
Alright, bring us up, John.
Bringing you up.
Cheers, mate.
Switch to the view of Glenn. There you go.
You just look at that.
You are.
Hey, John.
Hey, welcome aboard.
Thanks for doing this last minute.
Oh, no problem. Always up for a job. Ships are usually expensive.
I'm pretty good at parking that.
Why do I get the feeling Glenn is back there admiring his parking job?
Probably. It wasn't 100% perfect.
Hey.
You ready for this?
Yeah. Hey, Ryan.
Always lagging behind.
Right.
All right, let's take off, guys. So as you can see, Delamar's gotten a lot prettier since we showed it last year. You get a bit more of a view of like the craters and stuff on the other side.
Let's just leave life see a bit.
Go down, I guess the pits pull out. So Delamar is probably one of the smallest of the planetoids we have. It's probably about, I think it's about maybe 200 kilometers in diameter. So it's a lot smaller than the moons. So when we get to the moons, you'll sort of see the difference, but it's essentially a quite large asteroid. And just gonna get far enough away from, and as you can see, the space landscaping's much better than it was in 2.6. If you wanna look down, we see the big crater. Can you? Yeah. So you can, yeah, there you go. And the crater to that left, you can see in there, I think the entirety of Skyrim fits inside there. So this is one of our smallest little planetoids. Good. Wow. Hey. Okay, fingers crossed, here we go. All right. Back in business. As you can see, by the way, Daymar is much larger than Delamar. I think it's maybe 1,000 or so kilometers in diameter.
Good job, John. How are you, dear? If this mission goes well, you want me to? What's the ETA for landing, John? I'm just trying to view, so, you know.
John, what's your speed going down?
John, the view is sound.
Okay, so well, just don't have a break sit down until after they've jumped. By the way,
Coming in hot. Turbulence. Whoa.
John, this is pretty fast, you know. Be fine. My fingers smell the wreckage.
I see it too.
Cool. Yeah, there's a few rocks around here.
hey, comes.
Really? Try and find a flat area. Easy now.
Steady on. It's a little rough, but we're in one piece. John, you need your license check it, mate. I may have a few days before you guys come along.
I like your related.
Exactly.
Ready when you guys are.
Alright, John. There you go. Cheers, mate.
Oh, there it is. It's magic.
Whoa, watch out.
Well, it's just a sync. It's a sync issue. It takes a second to sync it up.
Okay,
You ready?
ready. Let's do this.
Sweet.
It's behind us, by the way. Oh, watch out for the rock. You know what? Next time, I'm driving.
Still got that GoFundMe page.
Alex Lee reckon the distance
We don't
there.
talk about that. Besides, I've been practicing.
Okay, we don't need to speed run anymore, guys.
Yeah, first.
So we don't need to speed run anymore. We're back where we were.
Let's look out there.
Did you turn off the rover? All the lights went off. I'm out now. Could have waited. Alright, I'm ready. I'll scout ahead.
Nice gun.
Yeah, I need to get it repaired. But it still works.
Okay, well you take point. You got the weapons.
Alright, I'm checking this left side first.
What a mess.
They
This
just
looks
went
recent. Hey, listen.
Yeah.
Check all your bullets.
Thanks, Mom. Get right on that. Tried it yet?
Continue to point.
Got some stairs here. Careful. All the sparks everywhere. I think I found it.
Oh, what do you know?
Sorry.
Do you want to take point?
I'll let you lead.
I've got a gun.
It's fine, I'll watch your back.
If I get shot in the back.
It'll be an accident. They'll just respawn. Maybe. I think I actually lost you. I found it.
Alright, John, we got what we came for. Awesome. Nice and quiet out here.
Alright. See you in the river.
You go first.
I'm driving this time.
Yeah, yeah.
Alright, I'm in.
our way. Great.
By the way, when the camera's on you, because you're looking off. You gotta remember, you're always prime time.
Hopefully.
That wasn't so hard. I say go fire. Get out of there. Enemy units under attack. Under attack. Taking damage.
Chum, can you try picking up a little bit? We love to dash.
She's taking damage. My
Oops. Alright, well, guess they lost their ride. Glenn, you gonna call for help? Well, I don't think I'd be on the Buccaneer because it's completely black inside.
line it up, line it up.
I don't have any visual.
Help me with driving.
Have we called for help?
That's a no.
Sayonara, sucker. Good tire inbound.
You get them all done.
Hey guys, do you think it's time to call for some help?
What was that noise? Glenn?
Hello there. We're in a slight case of bad luck. We need help.
That's green, man. I see you, man. I sent interceptors to your position.
Yes, see, Captain.
Fighters engaged. Yeah, we're coming for you, man. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Focus down. Babysit in the payload.
Alright. Okay.
I hear you.
Yeah, we're gonna set our ship down for landing. We're gonna load you in.
Let's get clear of these rocks.
Awesome.
Just look at this guy. We're hard to miss. Guys, are lucky
Hey,
enough carrying.
Craig is really quiet on his comms. I don't know.
Looks like we took some damage. I mean, I'm not complaining.
You better not.
No, these are gladiators from the Idris, by the way. So, in order to shoot you. All right, let's bring it out.
That's a huge ship.
Adjusting landing position.
Hey, Melissa,
What?
let me out. I want to get up to that thing.
Go on then. Just close the door on your way out.
Alright, open the way.
Do picture from Rover around. So as you can see, the Idris is pretty large.
Adjusting position.
Good, but
So
not
it's
that
the
good.
first working capital ship that we've got in the game.
I'm disappointed.
I hate sand.
Go with Glenn's view as well. Please, Glenn's view.
Alright. Never done this before. Let's see how it goes.
That's not going to be good.
Third time's the charm.
Alright, let me line this up again. Here we go. Almost. So much sand. Here we go. No.
This next one. I was just gonna put my name on like a card and give me some vouchers or something.
Guys, please, you're all comms.
Glenn, you want to take your railgun off? Take your railgun off and see the captain.
Alright, Rover, join me on the bridge. Closing back door.
Hello?
Let's go get out of atmosphere.
Guess I'll find my own way.
Alright, Glenn. Join me in the bridge. We're clear for takeoff. Get us out of Daymar.
Proximity alert. Head. Proximity alert. Head. Proximity alert. Starboard. Proximity alert. Head. Proximity alert. Head.
So,
Hello! Proximity alert. Head. Bonjour, Captain.
Bonjour, Glenn.
Thanks for saving us.
We really
It
appreciate
is my
it.
pleasure. Glad to have you back.
Oh man, you really saved us back there. And, Melissa, you're looking surprisingly alive.
Yeah,
That looks good on you,
I
though.
just ejected.
Alright, but what were you doing on that planet, man?
So, we took a contract with Eckhart Securities. And, well, I guess we weren't the only ones that took one.
Yeah, I guess not. So, where does that contract take you, really?
If it's alright with you, we need to go to Grimhex.
Grimhex, eh? Well, I guess set a course for Yella. Well, yeah, you heard me.
Alright. Set a course. Course lock, ready to gauge on your command.
Make it so.
Easy drive.
Okay, this is all very cool. Friends of yours?
Guess we'll find out.
Attention! Enemy Idris Captain. So far today, you have destroyed 2 of my ships, killed 2 of my men, and stole my black box. So, I'm gonna give you exactly 1 chance. You're gonna hand over the box, or I'll put a hole in the ship and scavenge through the wreck.
Nah, he's bluffing.
I call a bluff on that one. Can we talk about this?
We already talked about it. You've got one option, and that's that.
Well, I guess you're gonna have to come and get it then.
I prefer that anyways. Let's get out there.
Game time.
Alright, guys, get the fire blazer. Mind the turrets.
Heading down.
I'm on the starboard side.
Scramble the fires. Coming time. Ready to roll. I'll go on power up. Good vehicle takeoff. Alright, guys, get on the bridge. Interceptor status report.
Riptide, hold read. Still alive and kicking.
Who are you, boys? Stand by for landing.
Nice fly, Mark.
You too, Martha.
What? I wasn't flying. I'm drinking again.
Before a mission, Jesus, man.
Hey, man. I haven't fired a turret in years. That was fun.
Yeah, it was good fighting.
Shit.
So I guess we made some new friends.
And enemies.
Mostly
Gotta come
animals.
after that books for sure.
Nice people, nice.
Yeah, point.
Right.
Excellent. Where are you off to?
Right, it's a high degree of difficulty. We'll see. Ooh. Okay.
Never a home license.
Stereo. Switch to. Just exit the ship. Alright. Back. There you go. There we go. Alright, we brought him home. Okay. We're gonna. Okay, we can. Yeah, finish, Paul. Fake the. There we go.